Well, hello. It's been a minute since I've hollered at ya. So I thought I would speak into the void again today. Wherever it lands, it lands. Wherever it goes, it goes. Whoever needs to hear it, needs to hear it. Whoever's ready for it is ready for it. And whoever isn't, isn't. That's where I'm at with all of it. So I want to talk about. Wow, there's been a lot of weird, sad attempts at distraction in the fake news. What's new? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Same old garbage, new day with the same news cycle over and over and over again. And the news cycle is we are the Illuminati and you are the sheeple. We will tell you what to do and you will do it. And you will love it. You will not complain about it. We will curate your short attention span and call it ADHD. We will tell you you have problems with your hips, and then suddenly you're going to have problems with your hips. We'll throw all this anti-aging cheating scandal stuff at you, and suddenly you'll start hearing about it through clients or friends of friends. So we are in charge of every thought you're ever going to think. We program and condition you to respond to defend us when we steal people's work and pass it off as our own, when you are not recognized or compensated for your talents, gifts, and skills. We will tell you to suck it up, buttercup, and be grateful. And then we will pour more salt in the wound and give you pep talks about being cheerful and grateful for your abuse and exploitation. And then we're going to call you a man-hater and crazy. And it's going to be so fun for you, except it won't. What I love about the times we're in is the younger generation of women are feral. And I'm so happy to see it. I'm so here for it. We don't, they're not telling you guys to be ladylike, to stop swearing, to be trad wives. And if they are, you're laughing at them. And full-throated, full-belly, head-thrown back laugh as though the patriarchy is absurd in its dying throes, to try to shame people for authentic feelings, to try to medicate people for their patterns that are coping with the times we are in. Round and round and round we go. So I just want to say, I see all these things about so-and-so didn't get credit for her work, and a man took credit for her work. And sometimes it's a woman pretending to be a man taking credit for your work and stealing your life's work, and then blaming you for getting upset about that and calling you crazy and using you for inspiration and as an unwilling, unwitting muse, but never acknowledging you exist. And that's cool. That's awesome. And I'm bitter. Yep, because I'm just bitter, crazy, and difficult, and nasty, and delusional. And what else? Let's see. What other names have I been called? While they watch my every move, steal my every word, an idea, and then blacklist, shun, and gaslight and gang stalk me. Let's see. Paranoid. Yep, that's another one. So it's so funny to me. Toxic bypassing at this point, or people saying, I don't have time for that, I don't have energy for that, I don't care about that, when underneath what you're actually saying there is, I don't care about children being harmed by evil people. I'm just going to keep giving my money, time, and attention and vote and energy to the evil people, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about Epstein. I don't care. I don't care about the children that were harmed on that island, that the actual so-called victims that are going around talking about what happened to them are probably paid actors. I don't care. I don't care that the actual victims are probably long dead and turned into ash, which was turned into diamonds, which was worn on baby blood-soaked red carpets. I don't care. I can't care about that. I don't believe that. I mean, yes, there's conspiracies, and yes, a lot of them have come true, but why should I believe the worst of humanity when I want to look for the best in humanity? I don't, want to give my focus to that. Law of attraction, what you think about, you bring about. Your thoughts create your reality. I'm just going to stick my head in this nice little sand over here, and I'm just going to ignore homelessness and how it's grown exponentially in my lifetime. I'm going to ignore child rape and pedophilia because that's just a bunch of evil people doing that, and it doesn't happen in my neighborhood, except it's probably happening 3 doors down. What do you want me to do? Go march and hold up signs, how's that going to help anything? How can one person make any difference? I don't know. Ask MLK, ask JFK, ask any of the other FKs and LKs and MKs, the ones who were programmed to be heroes until they were exposed as villains, right? Ask Marvel, who always wants to talk about strong women but keeps employing fake men who rape teenagers. Ask any of these people. Ask Disney. What is going on there? Walt Disney hated kids. Hated them. In the 33 Club, there was a lot of child snuff films and murders and rapes, allegedly, that happened through Disney. All those Disney kids are fucked up as fucked up can be. Yes, I'm swearing, because it warrants some swearing. The mass scale of hurting children and the mass indifference that happens in reaction to that. I'm never going to be indifferent. I might be quiet here and there. I might just be in observer mode because it served me well, but I'm never going to shut up about it. And they kill whistleblowers, and they kill people who tell the truth. And that's a risk I take just by making a little video on YouTube. But it's a risk I'm willing to take, unlike these people who take their vow of silence and their vow of cowardice and their vows of evil. That's not a cult I ever want to belong to. So yes, my early dreams of making it in Hollywood have absolutely soured, and I am absolutely grateful, because that is a trap. It is a hell realm, and it is crumbling, and that is gratifying to see too. So younger generation of women teaching us, schooling us, we Gen Xers who put up with way too much shit from way too many people for way too long. And, just stay vocal, stay opinionated, stay difficult, stay crazy, and stay you, because they're going to judge you anyway. And they're going to give you fake pep talks, and they're going to give you deep philosophy disguised as vulnerability when it's really just programming, okay? So if somebody's still, for example, affiliated or associated with politics or entertainment or the Catholic Church or the Vatican or any of these absolutely proven evil entities now, then they're compromised, and they are not really a true soldier for Creator or for the light, okay? And even a soldier, warrior, creator for the Creator or for the light, a light worker, a healer, whatever, we still have our shadow side, and we still have those dark moments, and we still have moments where we do feel the despair they want us to feel, the hopelessness they want us to feel. And then you mingle that with some feistiness and spiciness too, because they like that too. It's their favorite blend. Is you're not quite broken down all the way, but you know that their power, their dark power, is a sticky web of nonsense and lies and curated bullshit stories about cheating scandals or about facelifts or about who is playing what role at this point in this, farce and fuckery we call the Masonic demonic realm, right? So play your own story, write your own story, play your own game, and try to tune it out, but also keep a side eye on it to know what their play is and what they're up to next, even though it's all recycled garbage, because they have no originality or creativity amongst them. And they only know how to steal, kill, and destroy. They don't know how to be honest. They don't know how to be real. And very, very infrequently, they'll mix some truth in with a sea of bullshit and lies, but you have to go hunting for that, and who has the time or the energy? That's what I think people are saying when they say, I can't care about that. It isn't that people are turning off to the injustice. It's that they've fallen into the desensitization trap. See, we can do hard things. We can say hard words, even when you are the groomers who created the hard consequences and circumstances, and then try to Darvo everybody and make it our fault and problem that we see through you. Ironic. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Is this just a bitter, mean, nasty, cruel rant about people's coping styles and mechanisms in the, realm we are in, where everything feels inverted, upside down, round and round, topsy-turvy, and they want women to be, leaders in theory, but not in reality. They want women to be soft and yet super strong and invincible and do everything for everyone all the time and never complain. They want us to be, look like adolescent boys, to be so thin and have no curves and to have abs and muscles and to go be bodybuilders when that is just one more thing on our plate, right? Oh, please go take care of the kids of the world and, work out at the gym for 3 hours a day because you have so much time to do that. And I know we make time for our health and well-being. I ride my trike now. I go to the gym. I swim. I walk. I do all the things. And then we have the anti-aging war. War against wrinkles, war against chin hairs, war against rolls, war against hormones. Tell me we're not in a misogyny realm when you just scroll through Instagram and there's always some ad telling you to change something about yourself or stop a natural process and thwart it and fight time. So I call bullshit on all of it, and I say that creeps tried to steal my destiny and my dream and my power and my voice and my truth. And I said no. I said I do not consent to that. And they did it anyway. And so now they're facing their karma for being creeps and for being liars and for being losers for Lucifer. And I'm sitting here just watching, popping my popcorn and watching the show, and also still always and ever speaking up for the children. The well-being and safety of women and children should be a priority on every politician's lips, on every newscaster's lips, and on every so-called virtue signaling about straws but quiet about children being raped lips. And yet we hear nothing. We hear crickets, and they care about their careers, their image, and their money, and their reputation rather than the truth. Well, I would say that's got to change. That's not sustainable. And change is coming, and it's bearing down on us like a steam train, and karma is coming for them like a space rocket that blows up in the sky right in front of them, okay? So, sending love to those who are weary of the battle and weary of the bullshit, because I hear you, I feel you, and I am you, and I love you, and we will get through this, because that's what we do. We were designed to get through, to move on, to get over, and to keep it pushing. And in the meantime, if you need to cry, if you need to laugh, if you need to look at the world and say, what the actual fuck, that's okay. I've seen more people with really interesting slogans on t-shirts, and one came in the other day and it said on her t-shirt, the world is shit. And I thought, well, I can agree with that, and I can also agree with it doesn't have to be. And that's up to us to change it and use that shit for fertilizer and grow new gardens of truth, of love, of light, and of peace. And yeah, we have to confront our shadow along the way, the shadow that hates the sin and the sinner when it comes to hurting children. It's very hard to carry hate in your heart and be a proponent of love. But you can hate the sin, not the sinner, right? I absolutely don't love them. And I can't get to a Christ-like place of loving and forgiving them for what they've done and what they continue to do. But I pity them. And that's as far as I can go at this point. I pity them, their cowardice, their cruelty, their own traumas. I pity them, that they're in a hive mind cult. I pity their vows that they've taken that were the wrong vows, that were dark and twisted vows that they uphold, because if they break them, they die. And it is life or death for them, to be honest. So you can't really respect that, but you can pity it. And that's where I am. I don't have empathy or sympathy, but I do have pity. And you can have my pity or my respect, but you cannot have both. And if you have self-pity, you won't always have my respect. I get it. I've been in self-pity. I'm in a bit of it right now. But it's more that I feel the injustice and the unfairness and the imbalance and the cruelty of what was done, the campaign that was created and perpetuated against me. I'll never know why. I'll never understand. And I don't even care to anymore, because I know what I know and I lived what I lived. And I'm still in the aftermath and the PTSD of it. So yes, I can go to a farmer's market and I can show you pretty pictures for my life, but people don't know what I carry or what I live with. And so I hope that's a little awakening, and a little, not pep talk, real talk for you today. Don't think you know someone from their highlights reel. Don't think you know them from listening to a few videos. Get to know them by sitting with the thoughts they spark in you. Intimacy and depth, right? Those are things we are all capable of, yet we all run from. And it's the dumbest thing ever, because that's your growth edge, is to, instead of scattering your energies through charm or surface level stuff, to actually find a few people in your life to go deep with and open up and be your true, real, full, authentic self. And there you go. My breakfast is ready. Have a good one, guys. Happy Sunday. There's your little sermon for the day and for the week.